Hello, I'm back again with my coat, and I haven't finished my second front panel. I haven't finished it, so it's not much which I have to sew, and I've changed my view, so ta-da! That's quite good. So this here is my second. So it's the it's the right side. So here you can see it's the right side. Yesterday I started stitching the left side all together, so I have done quite a lot, but not much. So I'm left with this part of it, so I take you back a little bit closer, so like so. And I think we begin. Maybe I have enough time today to start the shoulder seams. So yeah, but let's just tangled into the pins. Oh no, don't. Yeah. So untangle the thread. So okay, that's my needle. Okay, and I'm not quite sure if I have enough time today, but to start the shoulder seam in the stream, but at least I wanted to sew a bit. So while streaming, and I'm not sure if you can see, can I get here? No, that's as close as I am able. But yeah, it's quite straight. Tiny stitches, mostly tiny stitches. But I am sitting under my sewing light. So yeah, let's start it. I hold the end between my fingers, and now I try to find my last stitch. Is it or is it not? What is here? No. Oh, that's my line. Okay. So, okay. So this is a new angle, and I have to find out now if I go a bit more to the left, like so. Let's see if this is better. I think so. Oh. A little bit too long, my end. But I guess this is a quite a good length to work with. So have finished yesterday in the afternoon nearly what I wanted to finish. So I think my goal for finishing the 3 panels, the back panel and the 2 front panels, by the end of the week, and attaching at least pockets and arms, I guess. That's a good time frame. So 3 and 4. If I don't tighten this now, it's a bit difficult to tighten it later. And I think I have to bring my microphone a bit closer. Okay. There you go. I think one more time, but I first have to remove the loop. Okay, last. My pin case box needs to be somewhere else. So that's it. And before I start with the shoulder seams, I first have to iron all my seams. So yeah. So I think I just sew to the end of this seam, and then I'm doing the ironing off camera. I hope that it'll stay dry today, so that I can bring my wool to the outside, hang it there to fully dry, so that I hopefully can wash more wool tomorrow, because I was able to store dry wool, dry, cleaned, mostly cleaned. It is still dusty. There's a lot of vegetable matters inside, but at least all the mud and the wool fat is washed out. And yeah, before I start, well, while I cutting out my coat, once I finished this mock-up, I wanted to cut out a bit of fabric for a pincushion. So it's a bit easier to pin fabric together whilst here sitting in front of a microphone. So I think this ankle is a bit better. Oh, ankle, well. And I wouldn't have imagined that it doesn't take that long as I expected. I thought I would sit a much longer time stitching all these long, well, okay, not so long seams because, well, I am not that tall, but, well, still, they are long seams. And I thought it would take much longer until I can see a result. And now I am here finishing the last bit part of my second front panel, and well, that's great. It's really great because this looks more and more like a coat. And the time when I can try it on comes closer and closer. That's awesome, really. So all together I stitched a week, a week for my back panel. Yeah, and it took me a week for my both front pieces. So 2 weeks for these, for back and front. Maybe if I am now a bit faster in stitching. So I do have to stitch the lining together, the outer coat together. So altogether maybe 4 weeks. That's quite a long time. For just one piece. But at the end, hopefully, I have something I can wear. And that's the main thing. There's too much twist in my thread. So there are lines that are so now they are gone. So I guess that will be my last stitch. There is a tiny white thread. It's still there. Okay. Yeah, now. There you go. Ha. No. Tangled threads. So, okay. Yeah, that's my first thread for today. Three and 5. One more time, and then I can cut it off. Only through no, only through the green. Okay, it doesn't want to. Then I will cut it off. Okay. Okay, another thread. So, thread the needle. Okay. So, it's really not that much I have to sew. Okay. A long thread. A long thread. Doesn't matter. Don't see my line. Okay, tighten it a bit. Okay. No. Doesn't want to. Okay. Okay. Today I am see that as good as yesterday. Where I have to stitch, I need to think about lights. Okay, that's it. And off we go. Now, no, that is a bit too white. It's difficult to not sew or use wider stitches. No, that is not the goal I'm aiming to. I would like to have tiny stitches. Not too tiny, because I would like to come to an end, but also not too wide. Because otherwise my seam doesn't last so long. Will this thread last till the end of the seam? I am curious. Well, yeah, I used a bit longer, a thread which is a bit longer than it should, because I'm honest, I don't want, for the last 1 or 2 centimeters, I don't want to use another thread. So hopefully I did calculate it correct, and this thread will last till the end of the seam. Hopefully. So only 4 pins, and I think, well, I have to watch my thread tension. Really have to make sure that I do not get loose, because I want to finish this seam, and I'm seeing the end, and I'm not only seeing it, I'm feeling it, because it's lying here on my hand. And that is a problem for me, not getting in a rush, because it's the end of the seam, having a nice tension. Don't use wide stitches. Yeah, only 3 pins. Okay, if I count in this pin, it's 4 pins now. But this is only so that if I remove the last pins, my fabric will not move, and I can sew the last few stitches of the seam. This was too wide, so most of my stitches are now tiny enough, I think. And hopefully it will fit and I don't have to make a lot of changes. Because, well, if I have to, I will first sew a pin cushion with this mock-up fabric. So 2 more pins. Okay. Not much left, yeah. And then I have to iron all these seams. But if I don't iron the seams, it will not lay flat and it looks bulky from the side. So yeah, I will iron this and then hopefully it's easier to sew. The shoulder seam, because I do have one seam at my shoulder. So yeah, there's one seam and it will be nicer. It would look nicer if the seam is pressed down. I guess my thread was long enough. So what I will do now is I remove my last pin and I put it here, so that, well, it is then a bit difficult, but at least removing a bit of this added twist. Yeah. Oh. remove this pin, and then grabbing my needle for that is my last stitch. It's in my seam allowance, so okay, weave that doesn't matter. Weave in the end, and that's it. Yeah. Tight stitches. Okay, that's the last one. Cut off the thread and finished. Yeah, I will not use this. So I'm securing my needle so that I am finding it. And that's it. Well, let's see if I can change my... Ta-da! So then you can see it a bit better. So, okay. No, that is the underarm hole. Oh, why is it now switched? I don't know. So this should sit on my shoulder, like so. Okay. And here is, this is the bottom, for the bottoms. So it should sit a bit over this line. So here should be the bottoms. So I got one for the right and a lot more here. So, this is my back piece, the left side. So, yeah, my back piece should fit, hopefully. This is the middle. I don't know if the shoulders fit We will see. We will see. I will see. So yeah, I will iron now all these seams, and I will put each to one side like so, and then I will iron it, and then let's see what I can do with the shoulders. Yeah, and I would say we will see tomorrow, and I'm out.